again. You are already my favorites. Today, Philippi and I will present a little bit for you about our properties outside London, which we're very proud about as well. I will start with talking a little bit about the brand, but with the big news that was launched this week. You're probably gonna start hearing and seeing a lot on the social medias. Maybourne Saint-Germain is coming, so we will open in Paris in 2027. So we're very, very excited for that. So that's the big news of the group right now. But I will start talking about the brand. I already did this introduction last week, so I'm sorry if you guys were here and are already listening for the second time. It's good for you to remember. So Maybourne now wants to be recognized as a brand. Obviously, we have iconic hotels in London, such as Claridge and Connaught, but most of all, we want people to recognize Maybourne as a lifestyle brand, where wherever you go in the world, you're going to stay in a Maybourne. So that's our aspiration. And we want to create stories of distinctions, which means that any dream that your guests might have, we can fulfill them. We can make it come true. This beautiful image that you're seeing on your screen right now, it's our tapestry. Tapestry is something that people use to embroider to tell a story, like big kingdoms or big wars or something that happened that was very remarkable. You would have artisans embroidering an entire tapestry, talking about the story of what happened. And here is the same with what we want to bring with Maybourne, our legacy. So you're going to find symbols of all the hotels, of all our properties around Europe and United States that make part of the legacy of our brand. So this is what you're seeing in front of you right now. And as I mentioned, sorry, here we go. Here it is. As I mentioned, we are here to create distinctive stories for your guests. So no request is too big or too small. Please feel free to reach out to us every time you make a reservation, and we can do everything ready for your guests. As I mentioned, we have the four hotels in London, Claridge's, the Connaught, the Berkeley, and Emory. But today we're going to be speaking about Maybourne Beverly Hills, which was the first property outside London, and Maybourne Riviera that was opened in 2022. So I will start talking to you about Maybourne Beverly Hills, but before we actually start, I want to address the elephant in the room, the fires in LA. I think all of you might have questions about it and want to know if it's still safe to send your guests there, if they're going to be impacted somehow. And I want to clear the space, and then we can go and move forward and talk about the property. So fires, obviously, it's a very tragic situation, and we are looking at it with a community perspective. Welcoming people that lost their houses, doing everything we can to help them rebuild and give them any sort of comfort, and looking after, our guests and our employees as well. But I must say that in terms of LA and what they are visiting, nothing was really affected. Obviously, because so many celebrities lost their houses, there was a big impact and people were talking much more, and showing these pictures and videos and everything. But the reality is that less than 2% of LA was really affected. And the areas that were affected are not areas where tourists would go to. So Beverly Hills, Santa Monica, West Hollywood, it's all intact. It's all working business as usual. We recently had an after party for the Grammys, so Grammys went ahead. Oscars and end of the month is going ahead, so there are no problems. So this is the message. Obviously, we're still, taking care of people, but you don't need to be worried about. You can send your clients. They are gonna see the same things and have the touristic part normal. So LA is still a great destination to send your clients. If you still have any other questions about this, please feel free to send it to us, and I can address personally all of the concerns. But in general, we must say that there's nothing to worry about. So moving forward, I'm going to present you the hotels, Maybourne Beverly Hills. So we acquired a hotel. For some people, you might remember the Montage Hotel. So it used to be the Montage Hotel. We acquired and we refurbished and we opened in 2020, the first Maybourne Hotel outside London. Here you can see the location. This yellow part is called the Golden Triangle of Beverly Hills, and we are in the middle of this Golden Triangle. So we are one of the only hotels that you can actually walk to Rodeo Drive. I know people, in California, especially in LA, they don't walk too much, but here we go. You can walk to Rodeo Drive. And just in front of the hotel, we have Cannon Drive, where you have 14 restaurants, all the big names, Spago, Novikov, Avra, all these restaurants that are super popular that people want to go to when they are in LA. They are in front of our hotel. So basically, we have world-class dining in front of the hotel and world-class shopping in the back of the hotel. Really a premium location where we can do a lot of things on a walking distance. I like to say that Maybourne Beverly Hills is kind of like a urban resort because you can really go there, spend all your time, inside the hotel, using the spa facilities, using the restaurants, and then just going around for some shopping and some different options for dining, which is really, really interesting. Here's our beautiful hotel where obviously the apartments are on top. Where you see this white umbrellas is the terrace restaurant. I'm going to tell you a little secret. Just behind the hotel, we have MGM headquarters. And the producers usually they book all their meetings before they sign contracts in the terrace restaurant. So, if you have guests that want to see, spot A-list celebrities, this is the place to be. So nearly every week we have people staying there, like going for lunch or dinner and having their meetings. So, when you are near Hollywood, that's what you want, right? So this is our beautiful, beautiful hotel. We have a beautiful rooftop swimming pool that's served by our restaurant, Dante. I'll give you more details of Dante moving forward during the presentation. But it's a heated pool, so really good even, during winter time. Amazing views all over LA. I will start showing you pictures of our suites. So we have a total of 200 rooms plus 4 residences. So really, really nice big hotel, good for families. We have a lot of options for connecting rooms. It was designed by Brian O'Sullivan, also one of the designers of Maybourne Riviera that Felipe will tell you, will show you. So you're going to see a lot of this like curvy design on tables and furnitures, which is really his signature art. All the art that we have in the hotel, it is from Gagosian Gallery. So they are curating the art of the hotel, and especially on the public spaces, they're all from Californian artists, which is really cool and really brings the vibe of the hotel. The rooms are very bright, as you can see, and they have quite a residential feeling as well, which is really nice. Our entry-level rooms start in 40 square meters, and all the rooms have been refurbished, every single room. The deluxe rooms, which are the rooms that I personally recommend for leisure clients, have 55 square meters. So really, really spacious rooms. And the rate starts about $1,000 for these deluxe rooms. Another great thing about US, we have rooms with 2 queen beds. That's not a reality in Europe. A lot of people ask us, "Oh, can you put 4 people in a room?" And here in Europe, we don't have space for that. We don't have this kind of rooms. At Maybourne Beverly Hills, we do have balcony rooms with 2 queen beds, and we can allocate it for a family of 4 people, which is great. We also have a lot of connecting options with our one-bedroom suites. And we have residences. As I mentioned, we have 4 residences that are 3 or 4 bedrooms, and they have a fully equipped kitchen. So if you have clients that want to do a longer stay or with family, or maybe they're traveling with the nanny and security, this would be perfect options as well. We can send you more information on the residences. Then we go to the famous Dante. So the concept from Dante comes from New York City. That was the first Dante was over there. It's very cocktail forward because they were awarded as best bar in 2019 and 2021 as well. So cocktails is their big thing. We do have live music daily from 3 to 6, so it's really nice. It's piano and voice. And we have the best martini hour from 3 to 5, martinis at $10. It's so cool. It's really, really popular. It's just in front of the swimming pool, so really, really nice. Just for you to have an idea, here's one of the points where you can actually see the Hollywood sign. Obviously, it's far away, so you cannot really see on the pictures, but it's one of the best views of the Hollywood sign from LA, which is really cool. Last year, we hosted the Oscars after party, which is a big thing, and the room was filled with no less than 11 statues. So can you imagine all the A-list of Hollywood really inside Dante having fun. So really, really cool. In terms of food, it's a Mediterranean, like Italian-ish food. And my colleague said, well, Luisa, we are in California, so we put avocado in everything. So you can imagine like an Italian restaurant with avocado touch. But the food is absolutely delicious and the cocktails are amazing as well. So then we have the terrace where I mentioned to you in the beginning, where we have the white umbrellas and people can spot A-list celebrities. But it's also the restaurant where guests will have their breakfast. So it's interesting for you to know that you can have this al fresco dining, which is lovely. We also have a space which is grab and go. So, they can go grab sandwiches and juices, coffees, and go for their ride on Rodeo Drive. And again, very popular with the local community. After that, that's the part of the Maybourne Cafe Grab and Go. After that, we have Maybourne Bar, which is, I think it's a little bit of a homage to our European hotels. You can see there's this very European touch. It's also where we host a lot of our brand activations with brands that do sponsor cocktails and things like this. So it's a cool place to be as well. And then we have our whiskey bar. This is more like a speakeasy type of bar. It's very intimate experience. We just have 14 seats inside, and we also have a little terrace where they can taste their whiskeys, but also smoke cigars. So it's really cool experience. If your clients are into whiskey and cigars, they are going to be very pleased with our menus. Just for you to have an idea, we have whiskeys that the dose is $20,000, just a shot. It's a Macallan whiskey aged for 72 years. So it's really special. Our guests really love it. This bottle is already half empty. So, it's an experience. The whiskey bar is not only another whiskey bar, but it's like well curated in terms of whiskeys and cigars. Last but not least, we have our spa. So there's this beautiful swimming pool. It's a magnesium swimming pool that's very beneficial for your health. And we have not we have 17 treatment rooms here at the spa. So it's really, really a big space. The big news is that we are going into renovation to transform the spa at Maybourne Beverly Hills into a Seren. For those who were here last week, you probably heard about Seren. Seren is our new Maybourne spa brand that we are replicating in our hotel. So Felipe is going to tell you about Seren at Riviera as well. Here in London, we launched the first one with the Emory. And it's really a wellness center that looks into your health holistically in a longevity perspective. Longevity is not only living longer, but living longer with quality. So we look at it in the physical part with exercises, with treatments in your nutritional plan, and that's exactly what we're going to bring to Beverly Hills as well. This is going to be ready before the World Cup. I'm sure you all know that 2026 we have the World Cup and then 2028 Olympic Games. So, a lot of big events coming up for LA in the next few years, which we're very excited about it. And also we have a great partnership with Dr. Barbara Sturm, who is a doctor in the US who does amazing beauty products. If you haven't tried yet, I strongly recommend you to do so. Or you can stay with us in LA and try because we also have some of her products as like in a goodie bag that we put to our VIP guests in the room. And then in the rooms we use the Seren spas as well. Sorry, Swen products as well. Now I'm going to pass the words to Felipe, my colleague from Maybourne Riviera. So he's going to tell you a little bit about French Riviera, one of my favorite places in the world. Felipe, would you like to use my presentation, or are you changing to yours?
I'll change to mine if that's okay.
Okay, yes, absolutely.
So, can everyone see it? Oh, good, perfect.
Yes.
So, as Luisa mentioned, I mean, I'll start the presentation already into the hotel. She's already talked a lot about the group. Good thing is, by the way, you mentioned Paula can answer questions in Portuguese and Antonella in Spanish. Well, Luisa can do Portuguese. I can do Spanish. My name is Felipe. I'm sales manager here at the Maybourne Riviera. I used to work at Claridge, so I know the London hotels rather inside out. And not the Beverly Hills one, not yet, but it's soon to come. But yeah, just to give you a quick brief of where we are located. So you can see here on the map, the Maybourne Riviera is located on the other side of Monaco. So the closest airport is Nice. We're around a 25 minutes drive from Nice airport. And you don't have to worry about the traffic going into Monaco because you actually skip it. You go around Monaco and down into the Maybourne Riviera. You've got plenty of different attractions in the region, and notably, you can actually do 3 countries in the same day. You can quite easily have breakfast at the hotel in France, then go for lunch in Monaco, and then have dinner in Italy, which is only a half an hour drive from where we are. And namely, Sanremo is probably the closest main town that you may know, around half an hour away from the hotel. That's the view you've got. You can actually see the 3 countries from the hotel. It's quite impressive. We're around 300 meters above sea level, and you can see Italy on the left-hand side. This cap here is Cap Martin, so quite a famous for European aristocracy living there. Winston Churchill lived there. Coco Chanel lived there, and actually Chanel is now reopening her house where she lived in Cap Martin. They rebought it a few years ago. They've done refurbishment work and they're reopening it this summer. So quite a lot of piece of history, even in the fashion industry. And on the right-hand side, you have Monaco. So you've got a bit of a mix of the glam and the bling bling of the Monaco side, but at the same time, you've got the authentic France and Côte d'Azur feeling on the other side. So we're quite positioned in the middle of all of that. You can see the building is quite an impressive architecture. I think the architects probably did the designs. They gave the papers to the engineers, and the engineers said, I'm going to kill you. I don't know if anyone has any engineering background, but it must have been quite an impressive feature to build this hotel. It took 7.5 years to build. So quite an impressive project. And it has a total of just 65 rooms. So it's quite a small property for Maybourne. I mean, the smallest one, I believe, is the Emory at the moment. But after that comes Maybourne Riviera, which has 65 rooms, 41 rooms, and 24 suites. As Luisa mentioned, in Beverly Hills, there's no exception. In the south of France, art is a central part of the hotel, in the decor, in the rooms, and in the public areas. We have artists from Louise Bourgeois, Le Corbusier, Annie Morris, and different other artists also from the region. To give you an idea of the rooms, every single room has a sea view. Every single room has a terrace. So you can't go wrong. And when you see a terrace, the top left image is an entry-level room. So you've got sunbeds on your terrace. You have an unobstructed sea view and 40 to 45 square meters an entry level. So very, very spacious. And you can see with very, very open and light and bright colors in the decor. You can see junior suites. I mean, these are some of the pictures. You see Brian O'Sullivan. You see the similarities here with what Lisa mentioned earlier. The round tables, the sofas are also all not symmetric, and that's part of his design. We also managed to get, this is one of our signature suites actually, with a private swimming pool, 300 meters above sea levels. I don't know how they managed to do that, but they did. So we have private pool suites, heated as well. And well, my personal favorites in the hotel is the panoramic suite. So these ones are in the corner of the building. They around 100 to 105 square meters. But what you've got here is you've got sunrise on your left-hand side, sunset on the right-hand side, and the view over the three countries from your terrace. So you can see Italy, France, and Monaco, all from the same spot. And you see the wraparound terrace that goes all the way around the hotel. You have a feeling if you go to the point of the terrace, you know, if you're with your wife or with your husband, you could feel like you're a rose in the Titanic. But it does have that feeling of really being over the sea, even though we're 300 meters above sea level. And then, of course, we have a Maybourne suite. I mean, it's one of the largest suites in the hotel. We've also had some celebrities, maybe not as many as Beverly Hills, but we've also had some celebrities stay with us here with an amazing, very iconic bathtub, as you can see on the right-hand side, for which we have received messages saying, "Oh, I see that this celebrity and that celebrity has been staying at your hotel," which, of course, we cannot confirm or deny. But if they take pictures of that bathtub, people in the region tend to identify it quite quickly. In terms of restaurants, we have 3 restaurants on property plus 1 off property. So we've got 1 restaurant on the rooftop. At the moment, the concept is going to be, we're going to have a new concept this coming summer. So the hotel is closed at the moment for some refurbishment works, and that will include this restaurant, which will be taken over by an international group. Unfortunately, I don't have any further information as of yet. But it will be, it's the view and the restaurant itself is already quite spectacular, and it will be a Mediterranean vibe, probably similar to what Dante is serving, maybe without the avocado, because the French would probably take insult to that, but delicious nonetheless. Then we have Riviera. This is breakfast, lunch, and dinner restaurant. I mean, we have sometimes guests even from outside the hotel who call and they say, "Oh, we would like to have a table at the restaurant with a view." We are quite fortunate to be in a position where all of our restaurants have beautiful views. So we just have to kind of define what they want to eat, and then from there we move forward and we recommend one restaurant or the other. Lovely bars. We have 2 bars, one on the rooftop and one on the lobby level, which have some incredible cocktails with a lot of inspiration from the London hotels as well. And then the most casual restaurant at the hotel is La Piscine. The young gentleman you can see on the left-hand side cooking the pizzas is a Neapolitan Italian chef. His name is Nunzio. He makes some of the most amazing pizzas in the world. I mean, really, like, he's something out of this world what he's creating there. I think Lisa can verify it. And when he teaches you, because we've done a couple of master classes with him, he makes it seem very easy what he's doing, and then when you try to do it yourself, it really isn't that simple. But yeah, the swimming pool is actually one of the centers of activity or lack of activity in the hotel. A lot of our guests come and spend their time there. They say, "Oh, I will go quickly to the pool." They'll go to the concierge, ask the concierge, "Can you please organize this and that and this for me this afternoon?" Then the concierge goes down and sees them in the pool and says, "Okay, we've got this and that booked and this and that confirmed." And most of the time, the guest says, "Actually, can we push it to tomorrow? We're quite fine where we are now at the moment in the swimming pool." And actually, one of the strong points of the hotel is that we're only 15 minutes outside of the center of Monaco. Okay, so if you're sitting by the pool and all of a sudden you say, you know, I would rather get something done, some shopping, go gambling, go for a drink, you can quickly jump into a complimentary shuttle that would drive you down to the center of Monaco, do your thing, shop in the some of the stores have very unique items. The Hermes store in Monaco is known to be one of the ones that sells most Kelly bags every year in the world. Same goes for Louis Vuitton items, etc., etc. So you've got access to all of that. At the same time, if you want to relax, you quickly back onto the van and back up to the hotel. In 10-15 minutes, you're back in the comfort of your rooms. And then last but not least is our lovely beach club. You can see it's quite a peculiar beach club. You may know La Fontellina in Italy. It's a very similar concept. So we are on our own. There's no one else around the beach club, but it is on the rocks. And then on the left-hand side, you have of the top image, you have a little ponton where you can jump into the water or use a staircase to go into the water. And there's a dedicated swimming area, as well as a lovely restaurant to enjoy a nice meal. So this is for hotel guests. It's also open outside to the public. So if you have clients in boats and yachts in the area, they can also use our tender service to come for lunch. They're always welcome. Let us know. We're happy to help with reservations and so on as well. But yeah, it gives a very, very private and secluded feeling because there's nothing else around it. So in most beaches in France, the land touching the water is owned by the government. This is one of two exceptions. So there's nothing else disturbing any of our guests that are relaxing by the beach. And at the moment, this is what our spa looks like. The hotel will reopen in June, and we will be fully into the Suren mode. So Suren, as you may have heard last week, if you were present with Luisa, opened at the Emory and the Berkeley last year. And we're slowly all of the hotels in the group are taking on the Suren brand in their wellness facilities. So we will have all of the treatments that are offered in the other Suren spas as well in the south of France. As you can see, quite amazingly, a spa with sea views, and we decided not to put the spa. I mean, in a city hotel, it's obviously different, but in a hotel with these kind of views, we thought it's a shame that the most relaxing part of your day, when you go and get a massage, you don't have the view that you have in your room. So we included that in the spa, and we will be having a new gym as well with Suren coming up in June as well. And that's about it. That's the south of France. That's the Maybourne Riviera. If you have any questions, please let me know. Happy to answer in Spanish. Not Portuguese, unfortunately, but I'm sure Luisa can help in Portuguese if you wish.
Thank you, Felipe. Thank you, Lu. Wow, amazing, amazing hotels. I'm in love with both properties. Please feel free if you have any questions to pop in the chat. I actually have a question for both properties. Brazilians and Mexicans as well, and Latin Americans, they usually travel with families, with kids. Are the hotel good for kids?
Felipe?
Yes, I mean we don't have a kids club per se. Our, let's say, teenagers tend to be in love with the hotel. They tend actually sometimes to suggest to their parents to come to the hotel because it's obviously social media and Instagram posts and stuff like that are quite popular up there. And but we have plenty of connecting options, plenty of suites that we can accommodate with up to 4 people actually in the hotel. And then you also have nanny services that we can organize for you and everything like that. If there's a peculiar moment where the parents want to go down into Monaco and want to be on their own, that can all be arranged as well.
Yeah, and the same for Beverly Hills. We don't have a kids club, but the region, LA, has so many different things for kids and programs and tours, Warner Bros, Disney, parks, and a lot of different stuff for kids. So it is really, really good. The hotel caters for all the requests in terms of extra beds, baby cots, connecting rooms. We guarantee connecting rooms. That's a service for all Maybourne hotels. We guarantee connecting rooms by the time of reservation, which is great. So yes, it's very good hotels for kids.
Yeah, I mean, we also do in the south of France. We will personalize a lot their stay. So like we will try to find out as much as we can about the kids. Guest relations team has a budget for toys that I would like to have for some of my trips, you know. It's really quite a, they are very free to do whatever they want for the children. They've done like duck fishing. Do you know that little game that you have in fairs and stuff like that? We've done that for kids in their private pool suites, then in the kid pool, treasure hunts in the hotel, amenities with their favorite superhero for the kids. It's all done on a request basis and on whatever we can do. The more information we have, the better we do, basically.
Right. Is there a minimum stay? Or you can...
Not in the south of France. The only time we will have a minimum stay will be the Formula One Grand Prix. And that will be, well, this year we will be closed for it, but it's in May, end of May, and that's a minimum of 4 nights. Aside from that, there are no minimum stays at any time during the year. And the hotel, sorry, I saw a question on the chat. I believe that means when it's going to reopen.
Yes.
It will reopen the 17th of June.
Great. And as for the Maybourne Beverly Hills, is there a minimum stay?
No minimum stay. No.
Is there a minimum stay you'd recommend at the hotel so they can enjoy everything the hotel has to offer?
Yeah, I mean, personally speaking, I would say 4 nights is really good. If you want to do more because you like really exploring a region in depth, you can do more. You have all of Italy, which is only half an hour drive to explore. All of the villages there. You have Saint Paul de Vence, you have Nice, you have Cannes. All of these are very close by, and very easy to get to, very easy to get out of. So 4 days, I would say, is a really good stay. Anything more than that is amazing.
Yeah, I must say that I was at Riviera in December for my personal stay. I went with my partner and my mother, and I stayed for just 3 nights, and everyone was crying when we left. There's so much to do around. We went to As to do like a perfume workshop where you build your own perfume, which is amazing. You can do boat tours. I didn't do it in December, but I've done during the summer, and it's absolutely amazing. Then you go to Monaco and you can explore the part of like the historical part of Monaco, obviously the casino to have some fun and bars and restaurants. But then I drove to Menton, which is 15 minutes from the hotel, lovely city with the lemons, beautiful market. And then we drove to San Remo, as Felipe said, it was about 30 minutes by car. So you were in Italy out of the sun. And then we had an amazing dinner in an Italian restaurant, and we didn't have enough time to enjoy the hotel then. And I regretted and said, okay, I need an extra day just to go for a bath, because it's really beautiful. And the hotel is so bright. Everywhere you go is just light. I was there in December, so high winter time, and I had breakfast in my terrace in bikinis. So, that's a treat when you come from London. I know you guys from Brazil and other Latin American countries are like, but like really having sun in December was really a treat. So it's literally a hotel that you can send people throughout the year because the temperatures are amazing. Philippe loves to say that it's 300 days of guaranteed sun throughout the year, which upsets me very much.
It's true. It's true. I'm not lying. It is a beautiful weather, and in the summer it doesn't get too hot either.
Yeah, I've been there around 10 times and I never got 1 day of rain there. It's real.
Wow. Amazing. Awesome.
And I mean, I know many of let's say South American market will travel a lot to Saint-Tropez. There's a lot of guests that may have early flights, late flights. We're a lot closer to Nice airport than Saint-Tropez, so you can always do 2-3 nights before, after. ideally probably after, so that they're not they can fly back and then have some relaxing time as the hotel, not after a busy Saint-Tropez. But you can combine them both very well, and we have a lot of guests that do road trips that they will do. Portofino is a 2.5-hour drive or a 25-minute helicopter flight, and then they stop with us, and then they go on the other side to Saint-Tropez for it's a 2.5-hour drive or a 25-minute helicopter drive. So you can combine the 3 destinations very easily, and there are amazing hotels in all 3 places, so you can always do the balance of both.
Great to know. And Sandra, do you have any questions?
No, perfect.
No, everything
¿Alguien
is
quiere
fine.
hacer
Well,
alguna consulta? Si nos quiere poner en el chat. No.
Okay.
Feel free to if you think of something after the presentation, if you have any questions, feel free to send us an email or WhatsApp message. We are always available to answer your questions. Thank you very much, Lu. Thank you very much, Felipe.
Thanks a lot, guys. It was great
Thank you
seeing
very
you
much.
all.
Thank you.
gracias a todos.
Obrigada pela participação de todos.
Gracias.
Tchau, tchau.
Ciao.
Ciao, ciao.
Gracias.